Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing King Arthur Legends Rise. For today's video, I want to take a little bit of an extra look at Merlin and Guinevere. Alright, so what I mean is, their banners are about to end, right? So I'm not saying let's do a big ol' hero guide. I'm actually saying let's do a little bit of a reaction video, but with a little bit more knowledge instead of a first time look when we don't know anything yet. Okay, this might not make sense yet, but hold on. Alright, so on the official YouTube channel, there's been this Merlin video here that gives an introduction to Merlin. This came out when we had the banner. Then we had a banner for Guinevere after the Merlin banner had ended, and there was a video for him, but we're not looking at that yet because he's not here. There's all these little quick little very short videos that are not really showing much, but there's another one for Guinevere as well. So I thought it would be fun to do a bit of a reaction video. So what I want to do is I want to watch the Merlin and the Guinevere videos with you guys, react, and then we can quickly talk about, I guess I'll talk about my experience using the heroes so far, or not, because I haven't really used Guinevere that much yet, but I want to see how does this company, how well do they do with these little intro videos? Do we learn a lot? Are they interesting? Are they good hype? Do they make you want to summon the character? Are they informative? Are they just entertaining and pretty graphics? Like, what is the deal with their content? It's always fun for me to check out official YouTube channels, and I do want to try to do like reaction style videos more often with that in mind, so why not? Let's do the thing. All right, so this is Merlin. Let's see. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's fine. My graphics are probably low. Let's force it. Alright, Merlin. God, I hope the music doesn't make me mute it. If it's awkwardly muted, I'm sorry. It has copyright. Archmage of Pendragon, Merlin. Biting Shards. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Total damage 84% attack. 35% chance to freeze for 1 turn. Skill at max power up. Frosty Explosion. Attacks one enemy 4 times. Total damage 240% attack. 100% chance to inflict frozen remains. They don't even give you enough time to watch the bruh. Okay, that's my first reaction. They don't even give you enough time to read the skill, let alone look at what it's doing. So this is definitely what Merlin is all about and why he's so good for Gorgos. So this turn here, this ability with Frozen Remains, his second skill, this puts a debuff on the boss. And then when you attack, you get, when someone else attacks, the attacker, meaning anybody else on your team, they get a chance to get the damage over time immunity put on them. So you can't get all those burns, but it only works for 3 uses or turns. It call it 3 uses, I think it says, which means 3 heroes. So that's why you see 3-man teams when it comes to Merlin in the team. Otherwise, like, there's no reason to add a 4th person. You're actually going to hurt the team. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is just a little overview of their skills, but they go too fast. But I'll try to explain with my knowledge of what they're talking about added in here as well. So when hit, grants attack or damage taken a decrease 1 to the attacker for 1 turn. And as you see, these dot immunity, there we go. The attacker for 2 turns. 90% chance to recharge the attacker's attack gauge by 30% as well. There you go. That's seeing it in action. When using skill 2, okay. While the current HP is 50% or higher, the passive skill Clear Morning is activated, which changes the weather to day. So that's something I really haven't delved that deep into, is the weather. I have to admit, like, I just put teams together based on their skills and synergies and elemental affinity advantages as far as like flame, frost, or storm. But I definitely am not to the point of putting teams together based on the weather. He might change the weather today, which makes Morgan or whatever not as effective because she needs it to be night, or you know what I mean? Like, there's so much to think about when it comes to the team synergies that I love that they have this weather thing added as an effect because it just makes it even deeper. And so maybe we're a little bit still at a more surface level with the basics of skills. Although it's a pretty deep game in general, so I wouldn't say we're surface level by any means. However, that's something I haven't really personally tried to build teams around yet. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you guys have found with the weather effects that you love the synergy for in particular. Alright, now we're day. And it charges +5 vigor. I don't remember seeing that. Oh my god. Okay. This is still related to that second skill passive. That's so cool. Alright, Arcane Blizzard. This is his ultimate, his third skill. Attacks all enemies 2 times, total damage, a 130% attack, 55% chance for the last hit to inflict freeze for 1 turn. I love it. I use it so much. It's great for arena, it's great for everything. When they're frozen, no action can be taken. And, but it applies a increased defense of 5%, really? I didn't even notice that about freeze. Cool. When using skill 3, while the current HP is 30% or lower, the passive skill Eternal Flame is activated, and it grants a revival plus 30% of max HP to all dead allies. So this is how Merlin can be a reviver. It's when his HP is low. I think it's better than that depending on the skill ups, but yeah. And he does have some chivalry that affects this. Cool. Alright, so they're just little videos going over their skills. Okay, let's watch Guinevere, and then I'll quickly pop back to the banners and give my final thoughts about who I think you should summon for if you're still debating. Let's pop right back here. We're gonna go to Guinevere now. Alright. Little intro, I like it. Just, I probably should make sure again, we're here. Hey girl, hey. Alright, Princess of Camelard. Guinevere. Noble Strike, her active skill 1. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times, total damage of 69% attack, 80% chance to inflict damage dealt decrease 1 for 1 turn. So keep in mind they're also talking about the skills based on the art or the relic that they come with. Obviously, there's a whole nother set of skills based on getting the other elemental relics, but yeah. Gotta love a good debuff like that. Alright, her active skill 2, Piercing Strike, attacks 1 enemy 2 times, total damage 158% attack. Gains a shield equal to 8% of Guinevere's max HP for 2 turns. Gains a shield to 13% of Guinevere's max HP to all allies except herself for 2 turns. So she gives the allies an even bigger shield. Attacks, so passive or active skill 3, Princess's Whim, attacks 1 random enemy 5 times. Total damage 250% attack plus 285% defense. So this is cool because you can just build her like you would a tank or support hero with like attack speed, HP for the shields, and then any extra defense can help actually give her some damage if you use her third skill. And help keep her alive. 100% chance for the last 2 hits to inflict damage dealt decrease 2 for 1 turn. Love it. Charge attack must be charged for 1 turn. Is a romantic reversal passive skill. At the start of the battle, grants all allies abnormal status immunity for 50 turns. Is that 50 turns? Is that right? So abnormal status immunity also means that Chrome Cruak will not swallow the other allies. He'll only swallow her. Devour, whatever the term they use is. Co-op attack. Damage increase of 40% and damage taken decrease of 12% to the target as well. You see she gets all that. The romantic reversal. That's pretty cool. Passive skill 3, Impenetrable Stance. At the start of the battle, the passive skill Impenetrable Stance is activated. It gain a shield 100% of Guinevere's max HP and effect resistance increase 3 for 2 turns. Did they change the wording of this one? There was a buff to this, or change to this character at Global. I hope that's the right wording, but it doesn't feel right now. Power up is 4 turns, okay. Upon being hit, when current HP is 50% or lower, this is our second passive, grants a shield equal to 20% of her max HP to all allies except herself for 2 turns. Gain invincibility for 1 turn. Oh. So she gives everyone else a shield, but she gets invincibility. And then cannot be hit by harmful skills or take any damage with that buff. And alright, that was Guinevere. So, final thoughts if you're debating summoning. I have to say, like, Guinevere sounds great. I just personally haven't used her that much on my account. Chrome Cruak, I'm definitely starting to use her for, though. That's huge. But honestly, Merlin is so useful everywhere as well. And he does make that 3-man Gorgos team so nice and so easy that I would still prefer Merlin over Guinevere so far. In even the more I read her kits, I know she's great support. But Merlin's amazing, and especially, like, I'm hoping to get his Fire Relic as well. Flame Relic. He's really cool. So, like, personally, if I had to choose between the 2 heroes, I would try to get 1 copy of Merlin on this banner if you haven't already, and then switch to this banner if you have more summons, because Guinevere's rate up info here, her banner has better heroes. Sigrun, Bedivere, Gillian, and Ian. And she's just really interesting, right? I don't know. I think that you can't go wrong with either hero. They're going to be really great for your account. But like this is Lot, Tristan, Sigrun, and Clarison. I mean, Tristan's amazing. Sigrun is niche for the mark, but I'd much rather prefer to get these heroes too. So if that's also a debate, if you don't have Bedivere or Gillian yet, like, I don't have a Gillian, so you might end up choosing to go with Guinevere's banner just because you have a chance to get them. If you accidentally don't get the hero you want, you get them instead. It's like, oops, oh well. However, I do want to give a final thought of, when it comes to the rate up summons, I strongly urge people not to summon unless you have the minimum to hit a guarantee, 60 summons. Which that could include your rate up tickets plus the willingness to use diamonds for summons, crystals. But keep in mind, once you use them, they're gone. They don't transfer. So when this banner runs out, if you summoned 55 and you didn't get a legendary, it's right back to 60 for the counter for the next one. It does not transfer in any way. So that's 55 wasted summons to only pull rares and uncommons and commons. Not worth it if that's what happened to you, if you get the worst luck possible with a pity. So don't let that happen. The example I give is Dragonair with the Blessed and Celestial banners. You would not pull on those banners just hoping to get a legendary early and waste your pities on those special, hard-to-get resource of a summon. You wouldn't. That's crazy bad tactics, I guess. Unless you're willing to spend to guarantee you get. Again, that's the other thing. If you're willing to, if you only have a little bit, and you want to see if you get a legendary early, and you don't, unless you're willing to spend to make it happen, don't do it. But alright guys, that was a fun little look at the little videos. We'll have to see. I guess it's just breaking down their skills, and then we could talk about them. Maybe I'll do that for the future. And we have other banner heroes as well. Maybe it'll be Guinevere plus another hero that hasn't had a banner yet, because I'm sure they're going to want to do the same rotation like before. Maybe we'll see. But alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.